What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel for the second figure preview of the day. Earlier today we reviewed the Amazing Spider-Man featuring Andrew Garfield. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the quick preview for Doctor Doom. Both of these figures were released on the same day, and just like with the Amazing Spider-Man, I was waiting for Sideshow Collectibles to go ahead and announce the figure for pre-order, so that way we can go ahead and do the preview and me talk about the whole details as far as pricing, expected ship time, and all of the details and accessories and different versions for the figure. But again, just like with the Amazing Spider-Man, for some odd reason, Sideshow Collectibles has not decided to put this guy up for pre-order yet. So I feel like it's taking me too long to talk about the figures, so we had to resort today to using Facebook's Hot Toys website so that we can go ahead and talk about this figure. I'm not look, even though, guys, I'm a collector of all Hot Toys figures, well, not all, but mostly all of the figures. I'm not the greatest at finding out like news about them, like what's coming up, what should be expected. Usually I just see what they post, and if I'm interested, I'll buy the figure, and if not, then I'll just pass on it. So look, I'll be honest, I'm shocked about this guy. I did not see it coming. Well, yeah, in some ways I did, because obviously Robert Downey Jr. was just announced as Doctor Doom, and obviously with the new Avengers movies coming up, featuring Doomsday, with Doom and Fantastic Four, I guess in some ways we could expect a an alternative version of Doctor Doom to be released. This one specifically is from Marvel Comics. The description of the figure says that he debuted on Fantastic Four 5 in 1962. So the figure could be from that specific comic. It could be from that specific comic. I'm not too much of a comic reader myself, so I don't know that, guys. So I do apologize for my lack of knowledge. Please feel free to chime in and leave a comment so that way you guys can help me out on the background of the specific figure. But all that I have to say is that he comes from the comics. But look, I don't care where he comes from. I am super thrilled about this figure. Number one, this is my first ever Doctor Doom of any kind. I've never imagined getting a Doctor Doom. And now I get the chance to get him. Hopefully Sideshow Collectibles will drop the link soon so that we can go ahead and save and pretty much reserve the figure. But again, we go ahead and get this guy, and we have different options when it comes to posting him. First of all, this first image just looks so great. It's the figure itself. The fabric of the suit looks absolutely phenomenal. I can tell that pretty much this tunic, or kind of, I guess robe, if we can call it that, it's gonna go connected via magnet, and that's a great thing. The hood itself, I can tell, has wiring, so that's another good thing either. Pretty much the rest of the suit looks like it's made out of fabric, so those are things that are going to be great about the figure. The only, I guess I wouldn't want to say issue, but I guess one thing that I would have loved about the figure, so as you guys can see, the whole suit itself, it's going to be pretty much made out of plastic, I'm assuming. I don't show any logos of diecast, and I would have loved to see some diecast with this figure. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that, so I expect plastic pieces, so the figure won't feel as heavy as I would have wanted it to feel. Now, looking at this image specifically, another great thing is that diorama base. Man, does it look great. It kind of has like this kind of castle type of feeling to it, and it looks absolutely amazing. We have obviously this kind of wings type of stand on it with the letter D for Doctor Doom, and then pretty much we have the whole figure itself standing on it with a crotch grabber behind it. I am in love with that nameplate. Hopefully we can get a closer look at it. I like kind of this old school kind of stone looking type of nameplate that looks absolutely amazing. So this display base, without question, no issues with it. It looks absolutely awesome. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with me on that. More images. So as I mentioned before, these pieces that are going to go connected onto the figure pretty much look like they're made out of plastic. Now we get this belt surrounding the figure. Man, that looks like leather. I am hoping that's not the case. Again, as I always like to say with these videos, this is just a prototype. The final results will be different, or could be different, so we always kind of have to wait and see what the final results will be. Now the prototype itself, it looks absolutely amazing. I still don't find anything that I can find wrong about the figure, only possibly the belt. Obviously I mentioned the armor, wanted it to be metal, but that's not a complaint. That's just something that I've kind of like a wish list type of thinking. We get two different styles of face mask and separate rolling eyeballs, so we get kind of more like a updated mask, and we get like an old school one looking like Mark 1 for Iron Man. First of all, both masks are great. I love the paint applications. There's this kind of like dirty type of look to them, kind of like, I would say, pretty much rusty type of metal. So the look of it is great for both masks. Now, me personally, I like the new school one more. I feel like it matches the whole suit itself better. But obviously, to each of y'all, its own. Let me know in the comments which mask do you guys prefer for this figure specifically. And also, we get separate rolling eyeballs for his eyes that he has. Now, I do wonder how that's gonna work, because I wonder if it's just like a half mask covering the figure, or if it's a complete full head sculpt. We'll see once we get the figure in person. But I like the fact that it has separate rolling eyeballs. That will help a lot whenever we post the figure itself. Some additional accessories that it comes with. So for example, we get these kind of red colored effects. They look like Doctor Strange magic effects. This time it's a color red. I love how the hand goes across the powering effect. That really looks absolutely awesome. And then we also get the Darkhold book as well. It does look different compared to, for example, the Darkhold that I've gotten for Wanda or Doctor Strange. It looks like a more of an old school type of book, and I like the fact that they've gone ahead and done a different one. They didn't go lazy and just use the same one for other specific figures. So the special edition, it comes with the Darkhold and also this specific mask as well. So if you guys don't get the special edition, pretty much it would just be the regular figure with the diorama base. But the special edition will include this mask along with the Darkhold. Now, knowing Hot Toys, and again, sadly, I'm not able to see the pricing yet, but knowing them, I would assume that the special edition exclusive will be the same pricing as the standard edition. So it doesn't even make sense why they're doing special edition if the pricing is going to be the same. But again, we'll see that once Sideshow Collectible releases the figure for preview. We do get more power effects right here on this image for the figure. They look absolutely awesome. I have no issues with it. Pretty much, yeah, everything about the figure looks good. I really don't have any issues with it from what I'm showing. As I mentioned before, the diorama base is absolutely awesome. The whole suit itself is great. I love the coloring of the cape and pretty much his whole armor, right? Again, the armor itself has this kind of rusty type of coloring to it, so that is great. And the outfit, along with his robe / cape, the coloring all matches, and it just looks so awesome on him. So pretty much the rest of the images will just show different poses of the figure. I think we pretty much have covered everything that we needed to cover. Oh, by the way, also his robe itself, from what you guys can see, I would expect it to have some type of wiring, so that is a good thing, right? This is, by the way, another part of the whole diorama base that comes with this kind of demon coming out of the castle, so that is also a nice thing to have on it. And yeah, pretty much that would be it. I really can't find anything else to talk about this guy. Again, he's gonna have accessories, and we'll talk about those accessories once we get the figure in person. But all of these images look absolutely amazing. See, here we get 2 more power effects pieces for the guy, so we're gonna get a lot of things to work with, to play with when it comes to this figure specifically. By the way, armors with the metallic silver application. So again, the metallic silver application would be the coloring and the paint application. And as I mentioned earlier, again, there's this kind of dirty type of rusty look to those pieces of metallic silver. Again, I just wish the actual armor was made out of that metal, so die cast. Unfortunately, we don't get that option with the figure. Okay, and then the 2-way display diorama base, so pretty much we can post it this way or the way that that it's being posted right here, so that it is a good thing. And to me, this is a very, very awesome display base. No issues with it at all. So pretty much just to finalize the whole figure itself, let me go to the next page. This would show the special edition. So pretty much we get the figure, we get a couple of power effects, we get the diorama base, we get this kind of I guess it would be a pistol type of accessory. I'm not sure about it. Again, never have read the comics for this specific guy, so I really wouldn't know. We could get a couple of different pieces of hand, so that's a good thing as well. And again, as I mentioned before, the special edition does include the Darkhold along with the additional face mask. So for now, guys, this is going to be it for this Doctor Doom figure preview video. Very, very excited to go ahead and get him. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about the figure, what are the things that I could have been better or added onto him. and also let me know if you guys are going to go ahead and pick them up. But for now, this is going to be it for this preview video of Doctor Doom. As always, want to thank you for the support and for tuning in to this video, and I will see you next time.